Okay, great. So let's close. First, let's close some windows over here. I want to go back to the main view, and now we'd like to implement the Chinese. So I'm going to do the following. If let Chinese num equals 2, and I want to close the preview for now. Chinese dot num19 to Chinese, and we'll use the game model answer. Then let's have some code. Actually, I'd like to put the spacer right inside of here. And let's have some text. And notice that Chinese num, right, num19 to Chinese, I created a class for this. But another alternative, which might be more natural, is to create an extension of integers. And then the num will be passed as self. So that's also an interesting exercise. Replace the Chinese class with an extension of the integer class. But I think my implementation is readable, so it's okay. But just be aware that maybe a better idea is to say, okay, we're extending the abilities of the integers. Okay, so we have Chinese num dot, and I would like the Chinese. Next, font dot large title. And next text, Chinese num dot Pinyin, and I'm going to use, the same thing. And let's create a font weight dot semi-bold. I'll use the same, apply the same thing over here. Now, I'd like this is the Pinyin, and the Pinyin should appear only if we have show Pinyin set to true. So I'm going to set the opacity to show Pinyin. So if it's true, use opacity 1, otherwise 0. And let's see what we have so far. So let's reopen the preview. Okay, and we have the sh down here, the 10. Now, it might seem a little bit odd because of the spacer, right? I could remove the spacer, or better yet, I could have put a spacer down here. But we'll see, it'll work out. So we'll leave the spacer here for now, this spacer, this new one. Okay, it looks nice, doesn't really do anything, but let's switch the toggle button. And this should disappear to change the opacity to 0. Right? Insane. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so we're moving along. We're moving along. It really looks nice. Now, I could have used, instead of changing the opacity, I could have applied an if statement. If show Pinyin, then show the text. But then we would have a shift that I don't really want. I'll just demonstrate what would happen. It's not a bad thing, but it's just not something that I want. So I could do if show Pinyin, and then insert this text. So playing with the opacity is a useful trick, and remove the opacity. And now it looks the same, but let's see what happens when I toggle this. It moves down. Actually, that looks really cool. But I think I liked the change in the opacity. Okay, I think I like the change in the opacity, but maybe this is better. So just be aware of the two options, right? Either use an if, or change the opacity to 0, right? Both are valid, both have, pros and cons, just depending on the situation. Okay, great. So things are coming along. So have an amazing day, and see you next time.